Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
In this video, we will be removing and replacing the rear brake pads and rotors in a 2008 Subaru Outback. We're going to take off the lug nuts. It's a 19mm socket and a breaker bar. I'm just going to crack them loose before we lift the vehicle off the ground. Take the lug nuts out. Other side, grab the wheel, pull it off. All right, we're going to take the caliper off. To do that, we're going to take these two 14mm bolts out. We're going to use a 14mm wrench. And take the bolt out. Now, when you're taking this bolt out, if this stud is spinning, you can hold it with some channel lock pliers and take it out. Before we take this bolt out, we're going to break free the top too. Now we can take them both out. If this caliper is really tight, take a screwdriver and pry against the rotor. Squeeze the piston down a little bit, then you can pull it right out. Take a bungee cord. Wrap it around the spring. And the caliper is out of the way and secure. Pull our pads off. To take these caliper bolts out, you use a 14mm socket on an extension. Pull that out. I'm going to pull the rotor off. Our rotor is nice and loose. If your rotor was stuck on there, you can use a hammer and hit on all this surface right here. You also have some areas where you could put a couple bolts. You can push the bolts in and tap it, and that'll help you take the rotor off. These are our old brakes. These are our new brakes from 1aauto.com. As you can see, look at the rotors first. The configuration is the same. The screw holes are the same. The lug holes are the exact same. The rotors are the same height. It's got the same bore for the parking brake. And we'll take a look at the brake pads. You can see the brake pads are the same. The squealer is on the same. It's got the same stop squeak shims on the back. And get your parts at 1aauto.com and you'll be ready to rock and roll. Now we're gonna clean up our caliper bracket, pull off these pad slides, and take our wire brush, clean this up a little bit. Pull these caliper slides out, spray them down with brake clean, wash them off. Take the other one out. Spray a little brake clean. Spray a little brake clean down here. Clean that up. Take a little bit of brake grease, put it on the slides, the caliper slides. Stick that back in. The same on this one. Take our pad slides, we're gonna clean off the back side a little bit. Stick that back on. Same with this one. They're pretty clean, not too bad. Not really rusty. This one back on here. We'll take wire brush the top side. That's good. First, before we install the rotor, we're going to put it on backwards so we can take some brake parts cleaner and clean the back side of the rotor. We want to wipe it off. When they make these rotors, they put a protective coating on them so they don't rust on the shelf. All right. We'll spray brake clean on this side. Wipe it down. Install our caliper bracket. Take the bolts and put them in from the back side. We're going to torque these bolts for this caliper bracket to 47.9 foot-pounds. Take some brake caliper and brake pad grease, put it on the ears of the pads. Then we're going to put a little bit on the surface here. Be careful, don't get it on your fingers. We're going to slide that in the back side. There we go. Do the same with the front one. Put a little bit on the ears. and then put a little on the face. Install that. Those are in. Take the bungee cord off of the caliper. We want to compress the piston. We're going to use some channel lock pliers. You can use a C-clamp or a brake caliper tool. That's all the way down. Now we're going to reinstall the brake caliper. Install the brake caliper bolts. We're going to torque these bolts to 19 foot-pounds. Let me do this from up top. Install our tire. Put the lug nuts on. With a torque wrench, we're going to torque the lug nuts down to 90 foot-pounds, going in a star pattern. You want to go in a star pattern so that you torque the wheel to the hub evenly. Now before you drive away, you're going to want to make sure that you pump the brake pedal slowly multiple times, because there will be an air gap between the brake pads and the caliper. So when you pump it, it will push the fluid back to the caliper and compress the brake pads.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.